What's up, YouTube family? YT back at it again with another video. Another rant about this terrible economy. I have no hope for 2025. Thumbs up the video, smash subscribe.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel Deconstructing Narcissism. This video is going to be nothing about narcissism. In fact, it's going to be a very angry rant about this economy because I'm getting really fed up with it. I just got back from the store. I bought two things. It's $20. It was what was it? What did I even buy? A package of ground beef and I think like a small box of shrimp. And now keep in mind guys, I hardly buy anything I don't need. This is like a one-time purchase. But in total it was like $20 for that. It was two things.
Man.
$20. Actual. I know what people are gonna say. We'll go to Walmart, it's expensive everywhere. Does not matter where you go.
It don't.
Candy bars I'm not buying any candy bars, but for example, they're $2.50, $3. Bags of chips, $5. Not buying chips either, but you get the point. I mean, every fucking time, guys, I go to the store, something's more expensive.
I've been saying that.
Yes, I have one hobby. Can that hobby be expensive? Yes, but I'm not buying salmon. All right, I'm not buying luxury items. I'm not buying a bunch of seafood. I'm not buying lobster. I'm not buying, crab legs. I'm not buying any of this shit, guys. Like, I'm buying, I mean, last week, I went to the store. I bought a bag of 5-pound fucking frozen chicken breasts. Basically used as my bodybuilding food. And I'm not eating that much. I'm not trying to get like Jay Cutler or Ronnie Coleman, all right? I'm eating about a few meals a day, but, I'm not eating gigantic portions by any means. I'm eating enough to gain muscle and keep in shape. That's pretty much it. I'm not trying to be a professional bodybuilder. I'm not going on a stage anytime soon. But I mean, Jesus Christ. 4 or 5 years ago, and I know this is a while ago, but 4 or 5 years ago, I was spending maybe $60, if that, maybe a week, buying the same exact stuff that I buy. Ground beef, ground turkey. Hell, I was buying salmon back then. I was buying higher quality food. And it was a lot more salmon, a lot more what you could get back then, that's for sure. 2019, 2020, 2021. But it's like now, I don't even buy cereal anymore. I used to.
Yeah, cereal. I said I'm going to do a whole video on this. Cereal is way too high. But if you want to get it, make sure you go to Aldi or you get Malto Meal. Malto Meal always been a deal. I had a brother. He's 6'5". So we always ate the off-brand to the point the name brand don't even taste good. But if you want to get it, do that. Grocery prices, I've been saying this. Every time you go to the store, something costs more. It's crazy. Ridiculous.
I ate one brand of cereal because it was healthy. Could I buy the other ones? Yes, but I'm not going to buy the other ones because it's unhealthy. I'm not going to buy Cheerios. Why? Because it's not healthy. I'm not going to buy all that
Malto Meal healthy too.
And all that bullshit because it's not healthy. It's just gonna get me sick because that's what our
artificial
food
flavors.
does. It has poison in it and gets you sick. Yet the prices keep going up, and we have no choice but to buy it. At this point, according to the Better Bureau of the Census, inflation is about 2.6%. This is according to the government, of course. I checked today. But we all know the real problem is not inflation now, it's corporate price gouging.
Yup.
So when you're at the mercy of corporate price gouging, sure, I guess you can go to another store, you can buy from another store, you can see if something's on sale, but what are we all supposed to do if these corporations decide to just keep raising the price? How much fucking more expensive does food have to get before there's gonna be riots and pitchforks and people on the fucking street throwing Molotov cocktails? I mean, I'm not promoting it, but it's like, Jesus, people are only gonna take so much, Right now, they have the masses distracted. They have the masses distracted with video games. They have the masses distracted with prawn. They have, a lot of people are waking up, but a lot of people are still distracted, or they're still soothing themselves with comfort. Weed, alcohol. It's one of the reasons why weed got legalized in my state. Not only because a lot of people wanted it legalized, but because it's a distraction and the government knows it. The longer they can keep people distracted, the fewer people will wake up to this mess and this nightmare we're still living in and do something about it. Because this food's not getting any cheaper. Nothing is getting any cheaper. And it's like, you ask people, you tell people about this, and they're just like, well, I don't know, bro, just do some overtime at work. Or, I don't know, man, just go back to school, get yourself in a bunch of debt. I mean, it's like, you know.
Yeah, a lot of bland, generic answers. People don't really know what to do. They just got these set robotic answers that they got from the masses. Everybody got the same responses. It's nothing original, nothing new, no real concepts that really could help. What they saying, not no help for real. It's just people don't want to live in the moment. They don't want to face reality, so they say these things to make themselves feel better instead of coming up with a real solution. The best solution I got is the American dream. And we're not talking about the old one, the American scheme. We're talking about the new American dream, which is get out.
Getting yourself, it's sad that in America, in the richest country in the world, you know, we all know that's a lie, but in the richest country in the world, because we like to tell ourselves that we're the richest country in the world, even though we're trillions of dollars in debt, because I'm not going to go into that rabbit hole, but we like to tell ourselves that because as long as we can keep gaslighting ourselves into believing America's the greatest and the richest country in the world, then everything's fine. But, you know, it's going to get to it doesn't matter. It's going to get to a point where it doesn't matter how much fucking money you make. Unless you're a millionaire, you're just you're not gonna survive in America. And now with the supposed Project 2025, where things are gonna get, exponentially worse. It's like, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? How many more hours do we have to work? How many more jobs do we have to work? How much more overtime do we have to do? How much more overtime do we have to do? How many more jobs do we have to work? How many more side hustles? How many more streams of income do we have to do until we do something about this? Until we complain or we vote or something. I don't know. Something, man. Because every time I go into the grocery store, it gets worse. I'm working, busting my ass at this job every day. I can't find anything else. And yes, for the people who are going to ask, yes, I did apply for that one job. I think it was in Kansas. Yes, for the bartender. Yes, I did. Haven't heard back from the guy. Sent an email to Sent My Own Way. Haven't heard back from him yet. So, Sent My Own Way, if you see this video, no hard feelings. I understand you're probably going through a lot of shit and other things. But, I mean, it's like, goddamn, you know? I'm frustrated. I can't get another job. The only solution I could really think of is, to do something online or to go back to school. I could still do the CDL thing. It's not what I really want to do, but at this point, I really just want money. I want money, and I'm just gonna. That's basically the only thing I want is money. I'm just frustrated. I don't even think we're living in times where you should be experimenting. Honestly, unfortunately. Even though, it might be the only way to true financial freedom is entrepreneurship, in my opinion. But,
Entrepreneurship and investing. We can't forget about investing, having that diverse portfolio. That should be key. And self-sustainability. Y'all probably like, YT, you always say this. My answer's not going to change. This is my game plan. This is my blueprint. This is the most sustainable blueprint. Building self-sustainability. That way, none of these things are a problem no more. Oh, it's harder than it sounds. Of course, I'm giving you the concept. There's going to be work that has to go into it, of course. This is life. We got to work. And I'm saying this because it's going to become a point in time where, and this is biblical, bread will cost a day's wages. It's approaching real soon. We are in the last days for those that don't know. And what that is referencing is the cost of goods, meaning groceries, will be a day's wages, meaning you won't be able to eat. Middle class has been eradicated. Red pill. Red pill. To those that didn't know. We're living through Agenda 2030. Agenda 2025 is just a part. The real agenda is 2020-30. Red pill. To those that didn't know. But we'll talk about it further. I don't want to speak too much. Just research these topics and plan for self-sustainability. Live frugal, save to invest, get something going online, diversify your portfolio.
Times where I think it's better to play it safe and just get into a high-paying position. Just start making money right now, because things are about to get a lot worse in 2025. And, you know, the fact that I've been at this job for almost a year, you know, that's a whole year. That's a whole year searching for a better paying job, searching for anything better paying, or any other job or employer offering skills, you know, offering to train or anything like that. And that's another thing. These employers, they don't want to fucking train anymore. Why? Because they can either just, you know, have somebody do it for cheaper, an immigrant, or they can, you know, they just have somebody come on board who already has more experience. And that's the other thing, is experience. And, you know, if you don't have the experience, you don't get the position. And it's, I don't know. I'm beyond frustrated because, you know, even if I could do overtime, I really can't. The only overtime they're giving, the only overtime they're giving is, you know, about an hour and a half, 2 days a week. Which doesn't equate to much money. I mean, 2 days a week at an hour and a half, geez, like, whoopee. That's not much. You know, and I've seriously considered, I've given some thought to living in my car, but then I wouldn't really be able to go back to school if I wanted to go back to school and do CDL or something. But then again, you know, with the CDL, I could, you know, I have the money, I have the credit card. I can put it, you know, I could get into more debt, do the CDL thing, go the CDL route. But, you know, if I have to end up working any more than I do, it just won't be possible to do school and work at the same time because I'm getting paid so little.
So to anybody that's in the same little predicament right here, there is an alternative route, going and getting into box trucks. You don't need a CDL, and you could live in that. You're going to live over the road anyway.
Can't find another job. So that's the dilemma I'm in. It's the low pay. It's, you know, no overtime at all. It's the fact that I can't find a better paying job, even after doubling down and searching almost every single day for a year. There's just nothing out there, man. Okay, I've almost got it all off my chest. And I hope you guys like this. I hope this rant was cathartic for you guys, because I'm just getting extremely frustrated with the prices, man. The prices, the amount of things, the cost of everything is just out of control. Out of control still. Absolutely out of control. And it doesn't look like it's getting any better in 2025. And it started getting really bad in 2022. And here we are in almost 2025. About a day or two in, you know, I don't even care about the new year. I don't even feel like celebrating the new year or anybody, or even taking a day off. You know, I've just been...
That's another thing too. And I'm not going to keep pausing it so much. The video almost over, but I remember my brother, he was just trying to see what was going on for the new year. He I texted and called everybody on my phone and nobody doing nothing. I'm like, yeah, I think people just ready for 2025. They glad that 2024 over with. But people don't got money like that to be celebrating. What are we celebrating? We celebrating struggling. A lot of people waking up. A lot of people not celebrating none of the holidays. A lot of people didn't spend much on Christmas, to the point, and this happened last year too, this year as well. Stores actually ordered less inventory because they knew that people wouldn't be spending so much because people don't have as much no more.
I've been grinding at my job, looking for different jobs, grinding, figuring out what I want to do. I haven't been having any fun, and that's fine. Like, you're not gonna have fun when you're grinding, but like, it's just like, this grind doesn't seem like it's paying off. I want the grind to pay off. You know, my efforts at my job don't seem to be paying off. I feel like I work my ass off, that doesn't fucking pay off. You know, I watch fucking lazy people at my job. Two of the laziest people I know I've ever fucking seen in my life are what we call line leads at my job. And they're like in control of like leading different people, leading different lines, making sure they're running smoothly with the product.
With the team lead.
product that we have on the line, and they're getting like, you know, $4 or $5, $6 more an I am an hour, and it's like, you know, I don't know. I'm going off on a tangent here, but it's just like, there's some really fucking lazy people. They're the laziest people I've ever seen in my life, and yet, you know, the managers and the bosses and everybody knows they're fucking lazy, and my friends have complained about them, and I've complained about them, and I've told them that, you know, you need to do more. And I've told them straight up, like, you know, you guys really need to help out more, but it's just like nothing is done, and I'm fucking over these fucking, I'm over these companies, these corporations. I'm so over it. I'm tired of busting my ass for nothing. I'm tired of watching lazy fucking people get more money than me. You know, I'm tired of watching these food prices go up. Tired of grinding, looking for jobs, grinding, you know, at my job, working, what feels like busting my ass off for nothing, for pennies on the dollar. It's like, Jesus, dude, you know, what is it gonna take? It's just, you know, and it used to feel like back then, even a couple of years ago, 2-3 years ago, my work, my effort that I put into my job paid off. I was finding jobs left and right during COVID. Left and right. You know, and I'm not finding a single thing anymore. Not a single goddamn thing. I was making good money back then. Then it all went to, you know, it all went to shit. Excuse me. It all went to shit. And it's continuing. The shit has just hit the fan, came back down on the floor, and it's just been baking in the sun ever since. Hope you like that analogy. But I don't know. I don't, how are you guys doing? I don't know how you guys are doing, but this economy is terrible. I'm suffering. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm struggling like hell. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't seem to matter what I do, how much effort I put into finding a new job or my job. It doesn't matter. It doesn't seem to matter what I do. It's like I can't get ahead to save my life because prices just keep going up, and I don't know how much more I can cut back. I'm not buying any BS. I'm not buying anything that I like. I'm not buying any kind of luxury item or anything that I really even want. I mean, so I don't know. Let me know how you guys are doing in this still terrible economy.
Drop it below.
If you guys are able to afford groceries, or if you guys have to take out a cash advance or put it on your credit card like I know some people are doing. And how's the job market for you guys? How's your job? Are you getting paid decently? Are you struggling? Are you unemployed?
Drop it below.
Please let me know down in the comments, because I do care and I want to know how you guys are doing out here, because it's rough out here, man. It's fucking rough out here, and I'm struggling. So I hope the same isn't for you, but let me know down in the comments. You like this video? If you like it, put a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And yeah, guys, I can't say I have faith, but I have a tiny sliver of hope. Just the tiniest, that hopefully it'll get better in 2025. So with that, I'm gonna end this video. Take care.
I really hate to be the one to spoil it, but it's not gonna get better this year. We definitely are living through the last days. This is biblical, or if you believe in the scriptures, I believe in the Torah, me personally. It's all in there. Now it's our time for the mass exodus. We can't compare it to C-19 times. Y'all got to remember, that was when, what was going on around that time was the Great Resignation. So everybody was resigning from their jobs. Remember, they were giving people bonuses to start jobs. Even at Taco Bell, you could get a sign-on bonus, like you just signed a record deal or something. They were overpaying people, right? If minimum wage was a certain price, they were paying a couple dollars over that just to try to get people in, because nobody was working. So it was a little easier in the job market because, like I said, nobody was working. It's completely different now. Now there are a limited amount of jobs. Jobs are being eliminated. The businesses are falling. Remember, they would have failed back then, but they were being inflated with all of that money. The Federal Reserve gave all of this money out. So a lot of businesses that were struggling were able to take out loans and, get capital to stay afloat. So we got to remember that. We can't forget that. The collapse it was really supposed to happen then. But we seen all of these fake dollars going into the markets. Every single market, not just the job market, the stock market, financial markets, the whole nine. So now we kind of seeing that stop. And now we seeing the collapse begin, y'all.